Review of Olloclip Macro Lens. I don't know why they call this Pro. It's not bad, but Pro Lens, I don't know, they might be stretching a little bit. Here's what the little guy looks like. I've got the caps on here, and this particular lens is called 7x and 14x. And I'll put the cap back on. And supposedly you just twist it, but I don't see it. I don't see any stopper there where it locks into place. Maybe it's an infinite setting or something. You just keep twisting it. Ooh, this is a little tough to get off here. Anyway, here's the. Oops, get this around the other way here. This is the 421x lens. Okay, we have 714 on the other lens, and this one is 21x. 21x actually works. And put this clip back on. I can't show you this going on to an iPhone, but I'll show you on this iPod. Maybe it'll be a similar correspondence here. See, we have the iPod here and the camera up on top, and basically the way this goes is like so, and the lens just locks right on top of where the lens on the camera is, just like that. And on the iPhone 6 Plus, it just snaps right into place there. It doesn't fit this one correctly. I would imagine it can be used with any of these, though. Probably is, as long as you have the thing stabilized. To give you an idea what that looks like, picture's worth a million words, right? So here we have a ballpoint pen made by Mont Blanc, Star Walker. Here's the end of the ballpoint pen, and here's what it looks like when it's photographed by the macro lens. Let's get this over here a little further. There we go. That's the picture, and let's make this a little bit larger. Anyway, that's the ballpoint tip right there, and so you get 21x magnification, which is a heck of a lot. They even call it like a pocket microscope. So anyway, we've seen what it can do. We've seen the how it's mounted on the camera. And here we have the box. And inside the box, we have this stuff. And it's a tray of, pull this off of here. This is pretty easy to open, actually. It doesn't, you don't destroy it by opening it up, so you can actually save this. But anyway, what we get here inside the tray is we get these little things here, and you can use these because they have a little loop here. You can put a, I don't know what they call it, one of those neck chains on it, whatever, hang around your neck. And then, so you can snap this inside of the lens and then carry it around your neck like so. And so it's like a little holder of some kind, and they put 3 of them in here for some reason. I'm not sure why. 3 of these. So I don't use them. What I do is I take that lens, make sure it's clean, and I have this little Case Logic pouch here with a zipper on it, and I stick it inside there and put it in my pocket, keep it dust free. Very important to keep a lens dust free, because if you're carrying this without that neck attachment here, you can see there's a hole in the back here where it goes on, onto the camera, onto the phone, and dirt can get in that hole very easy. So that's why I keep it in that pouch. And there's a little bag here which has what was in this bag? The lens caps, I guess. And then there's this thing right here called a well, it's like on a camera you put a lens hood on, and they call this a little autofocus or instant focus lens hood. And the point about that is that somehow it manages to, I don't know, focus the light or trick the camera into doing an instant focus and so on. The only problem with that is that with the 21x lens, this doesn't allow you to get close. So see if we can mount that on here just for fun. If we take the lens cap back off, and we put the lens hood on like so. Okay, and there's what it looks like. So that supposedly helps you focus, but you can't get close enough to focus with that thing on there unless you're using maybe the 7X and 14X, and it might work, but with 21X it doesn't work. And the other thing about the depth of field with 21X lens on is extremely narrow. I would imagine the depth of field, if you're going to take your photo and then show it at 100% on the screen, your depth of field is probably something like 1/4 of a millimeter, maybe even less than that. So hand holding, it's kind of rough. You just need to take a bunch of them and hope you get one that's really sharp. Otherwise, you probably should be on a tripod so that so that you get a really sharp picture. Comes with a little brief instruction here, and that's about it. Very simple package, but this thing really works. And that picture that I showed, let's see if I can go back to that. That was here. That the end of the ballpoint right there. I actually was in a cafe and photographed that, and the reflections off of that ballpoint actually showed a lot of detail of the inside of the cafe. So it's pretty amazing. The ballpoint's a rough surface, so it had to have the ink on it to be smooth enough to reflect those pictures. But it's just absolutely phenomenal. So there we go. That's the Olloclip Macro Lens for iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. I imagine that they have versions for the iPhone 5 and so on. I don't really know. But anyway, $69.95 at the Apple Store, and there you go.